while this hologram of refracted, fragmented identity is an illusion, when it's reconciled in your own mind, the light behind all the images starts to bleed through. You've heard of the idea of the stairway to heaven. Yes. Or Jacob's ladder. Or let's use a more new age term that you might be more comfortable with. Ascension. Yes. There's a rising up that begins to happen. Like you come from above is one way to teach it. Yes, and you yoga guys may feel that descending light force from above. And yoga is just one way. I mean, yoga means union or yoke, and you're yoking to the force that descends from above. Let's use an Eastern term, Shiva. Yes, and you embody it into Shakti. Yes, the world, the body. Yes, there's a union of as above, so below. I think of it as like a thread, and there's many threads stemming from a single source from above. I'm not talking conceptually, I'm really talking as a physical experience. And stemming from the one source, we all appear as threads coming from above. And we rise up through joining. Yes. Each time we join with a brother and not dissociate from him, there's a holy instant. Yes. It's like you merge behind the form. You can call that love. You have a loving moment with your brother where miraculously the conflict or judgment that you had been holding against him suddenly just dissipates, and you have a moment of love. You join, and in that joining you rise up together. Yes, I love the way that they translate the word at-one-ment in Portuguese. One translation is reconciliação. Yes. The name of the game is reconciliation. So all the times in your sojourn, your journey into time and space, through all your thousands of years here, every time you fucked it up, an opportunity is presented to heal that split. Yes, it's just a split, and you want to bring it together. I want to see this apparent other as myself. The ripple effect of the healing in consciousness will be a brighter image that you will begin to see. You'll begin to get a brighter self-definition of yourself. It is my thoughts that tell me where I am and what I am. Can you see that that idea takes you into pure subjectivity? Yes? In other words, you're the cause. And it's changing all the time. It's changing presently as you change your mind. So which leads into the second idea, which is, I have no neutral thoughts. Neutral thoughts are impossible because all thoughts have power. All thoughts have power. That's a pretty powerful idea in itself, yes. That every single thought that you are having is having an effect. You can't have a neutral thought. Everything that you're thinking is being reflected somewhere in some segment of time and space because you're responsible for this hologram. Wow. Like that's, Josh would often say at that point, that's where you take a breath. It's like, he said, if you could recognize the power of your own mind and that every thought is having an impact here, you would be more vigilant as to the thoughts that you were thinking. So, this book really is a course in mind training. It's training you to relearn your thinking because you've really complicated the simplicity of this and you have to relearn what was once natural. And you're learning to think more in line with the mind of God. Let's start that again. Neutral thoughts are impossible because all thoughts have power.
Pensamentos neutros são impossíveis, porque todos os pensamentos têm poder.
They will either make a false world or lead me to the real one. As the world I see arises from my thinking errors, so will the real world rise before my eyes as I let my errors be corrected. My thoughts cannot be neither true nor false. They must be one or the other. That makes it easy, doesn't it? That's an easy rule. They must be one or the other. There's no middle ground. Yes, Josh will teach this as it's all zeros and ones. You're either thinking truly or false. It's binary. There's nothing in between. And so that's an easy rule. Another way to teach this, which is a lesson a little further in the course, is that there's one problem and one solution. The problem is always separation. Oh, yeah, thank you. And the solution is it never occurred. The separation never occurred. So it might seem in your life that you're encountering a multiplicity of problems. But behind all of those problems is one problem. You just keep dissociating or separating yourself. And the truth is, the solution is that there's only one of us here. Yes.